Interesting fact about our universe. Fact number 1, the hottest planet is not the closest planet to the Earth. Mercury sits closest to the Sun, but it's not the hottest planet. Instead, Venus, the second closest planet to the Sun, is the hottest planet. That's because Venus has an incredibly thick atmosphere, 100 times thicker than the atmosphere on Earth. When sunlight passes through this dense atmosphere, it causes the surface of Venus to heat up. The average temperature on Venus is a frightening 875 degrees Fahrenheit. The weather isn't much more hospitable on Mercury, with the average temperature hovering around a steamy 800 degrees Fahrenheit. Fact number 2, Earth has a very unique chemical composition. Planet Earth is made up of iron, oxygen, silicon, sulfur, magnesium, sodium, nickel, calcium, and aluminum. While all of these elements are found on other planets, they are only found in trace amounts. The majority of elements found on other planets are helium and hydrogen. On the contrary, 90% of Earth is made up of iron, oxygen, silicon, and magnesium. Fact number 3, Jupiter has had the same ongoing storm for 300 years and counting. Jupiter has an area known as the Great Red Spot where a giant hurricane-like storm has been raging non-stop for 300 years. This storm has fierce winds of around 270 miles per hour. The stormy Great Red Spot is over twice the size of Earth. Fact number 4, the skin peels off your feet in space. Due to the microgravity environment found in space, astronauts do not use their feet to walk. As a result, the skin on their feet begins to soften and fall off. Astronauts tend to wear the same socks for days at a time, due to the lack of washing machines. When they do remove their socks, they have to be extra careful about it, otherwise dead chunks of skin go flying everywhere. Fact number 5, there are 500,000 pieces of space junk floating around in outer space. Space junk is defined as any man-made object floating around in space. Scientists estimate there are at least 500,000 pieces of space junk currently in orbit. These include fragments from satellites and rockets, as well as tools dropped during construction of the International Space Station. Fact number 6, the Sun is trying to pull planets towards it at all times. Gravity on the Sun is so strong that it is constantly trying to pull the other planets towards it. The planets are hard at work trying to pull in the opposite direction. As a result, the planets end up sort of floating in the middle around the Sun. The gravity of the Sun is responsible for keeping the planets in orbit.